Guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of the £10 SoRare Road to Glory. So, how is the account looking? It's looking pretty good. Now, apologies for not uploading yesterday. I had the highest intentions to upload, but first plan of action of the video was to do reward trading. As you guys are, anyone who's playing SoRare will know, they delayed rewards because of some Opta issues, so fair enough. So the plan of today's episode is going to be teaching you guys how to basically have a higher acceptance rate. Now, this isn't going to be so much a case of send over a trade-off to anyone. It's going to be hopefully teaching you guys about, okay, don't send these guys trade offers because you're unlikely to win them / likely to get blocked by them, and then send over these guys trade offers because you can tell that they're trying to sell cards on fast. And it's basically just understanding the motive of the buyer. And I'll walk you through, in my opinion, the three main sets of people you want to be sending trade offers to when doing the auto buy method. As always, if you guys are interested in signing up to SoRare, there is a referral link down below. Once winning 5 cards on the bidding market, you will get yourself a free tradable limited card. I will say, please do not overpay for these limited cards because, again, the reward player is about £2 to £7. It's a nice bonus, but nothing worth overspending £10 for. So one of the first trends, or one of the first sort of people you're going to be buying cards off of, are people that bought the cards 4 or 5 months ago. And, you know, they're quite happy with a small amount of profit or like near break even. And yeah, this is the first guy. So we're on an auto buy right here. And I can see right here that he bought him for £5.60 and he sold him for £5.16. More importantly though, I can see that he won him, you know, late last year. So as a result of winning him late last year, there could be a big price difference between what he was 6 months ago and what he is now. So he's let him go for £5.16. Whereas this guy does go for about £7. So if this guy has given him a card worth, you know, £5.68, or sorry, worth £7 for £5, what I could go off the presumption is, as long as I'm sending over trade offers at either a profit or break even from what he brought him at from 4 months ago, we could get ourselves some good deals. So basically, I'm just looking for someone who's more than what he bought him at. Here you go, goalkeeper. This might be a good example. So he paid £4.20. He's not using him in an SO5 because he's DMPing. And how much is he going for? Sadly, he's only going for about £4.50. But let's say, for example, we go to this graph, and this graph says, I don't know, £5.50 or £6. We could go off the presumption that we could send for £5.50 or £6. We already know that this guy's more than happy to give off cards at break even, or even a small loss that he bought 5 months ago. So what we could do is we could head over to this card and then go and send over a trade offer of, let's say, maybe £4.50, knowing that we can sell it for £5.50 to £6. So it comes to the second guy I'm going to go and send some trade offers to. And we scroll down here and we see that this guy bought the card for about 2 weeks ago for £6 on auction, and he's gone and sold him for £3. So let's go and click on his profile and try to see if we can understand. Now this guy made his account 2 months ago, which means basically, or sorry, 2 weeks ago. Which means what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for cards he won about 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, because he would have won them on bid, hopefully. Have anything you won on bid? There we go. So this guy would have bidded on this card for the affiliate card. This moves to our second set of people. If people have only brought a card because they want to, you know, buy 5 cards to get their affiliate card, these guys don't give a toss about these players. And because they don't give a toss about the players, it means that, you know, they may give you a decent deal. So we come to this guy right here, and he's gone and bought him for £7. He only sells for £2. I mean, he's only really ever sold for £2. You know, maybe, sorry, but he went for about £2.50. But you can see that he's probably gone and bidded. This is the exact card. So he doesn't really care about this card. Now, this card again goes for about £1. So what I'm going to do, sorry, £2, is I'm going to go and send over a £1.20 trade offer. So hopefully I'll win him for £1.20. I'll go and sell it for £2. So as well as, you know, people you're looking to buy cards off of, this can be hopefully a little tip on showing you someone to maybe not buy a card off of. Because what this guy's done right here is he's going to win him for £2.06. Well, he's only selling him for £2.27, which means more likely than not he didn't actually like get a good deal off of the person who's buying a card off of. This is getting no hate to the guy who bought the card, but what this does mean is it means there's no point going and following up the deal he got him off of, because that guy didn't give him a deal. So if he didn't give him a deal, there's no point trying to get deals off of him, because you're kind of wasting your time, because he's not the sort of person who would, you know, you're guaranteed to get a deal off of. So just another thing to keep an eye out for is check the deal that, you know, the person you were stalking, you know, like the auto buy. Check, did the auto buyer actually get a deal? Oh yeah, they did get a deal. Okay, I then proceed to go and follow the person they got a deal off of, rather than, oh no, they only won the card 20p cheaper. Okay, that guy probably wouldn't give you a deal. Another example right here. So this guy's got a Dahoud for 50 quid, which is kind of crazy because Dahoud actually sells at 74. So he's gone for £25 cheaper, which means this guy could be up for giving some crazy deals. The weird thing is this guy only bought this card like last week for 77. So he bought him for 77, but he's literally just gone and given him for 50 quid. But so some observations I'm making here is he won him on an auction, so maybe I'll look for some cards he won an auction. Obviously, I don't know if he listed up this Chan in the first place, so I don't know if I'm specifically looking for cards he's listed. So this might be slightly comparable to the Emre Chan, is that he bought this Delafeu. It was about the same sort of, well, the exact same day he bought a Emre Chan. He bought him for 62. He's content listing him for 60, so he's already content with a bit of a loss. Let's have a little look at what Delafeu's going for. Hello, Delafeu. So Delafeu's going for about £57. So, I mean, if we were to fully simulate the Chan, we'd be a bit of a dick, and we'd go and, you know, send him over a trade-off for probably 40 quid. I won't do that. I mean, is he getting a resupply? SoRare resupply, I don't believe, for another, you know, few days. I think we're good on that. So, if he's 55, 56 quite consistently, let's go and send over, say, a 40... Again, I don't like having too much of my money caught up in these players. I'd maybe say like a £48. Yeah, because I mean, even if he just goes down there to the 54, we still turn over a 60. So, if I go and send over 48, still an £8 profit, which would be decent. We'll send over 46. I mean, it's slightly insulting, but I mean, bear in mind the Chan he's just let go. We'll see how it goes. Because you know, if we get this rejected, I don't mind going up to £48 and still turning over like an £8 profit right there. So let's go and send over a trade offer to that Delafeu. Here we've just come across. Oh yeah, it was the Emre Chan guy. He did fire sale in the end. He actually gave us some really nice deals. Show you guys the deals we managed to get off of him. If we go to all offers. We managed to get ourselves, obviously got a fair few rejected offers here. We got ourselves a Gerard Delafeu for £46. Gerard Delafeu, the Watford legend, goes for about £56. So it should be a nice little £10 profit right now on the first card. And then because we got that accepted, we decided to send over a few more offers. And we got ourselves a Zhao Jordan for £11. Said Zhao Jordan should go for about £15. So another £4 there, so £14 there. We've still got 60 quid to work with, so we're seeing if we can, you know, we're seeing if we can get a bit of wiggle on these guys. I don't think he is giving much wiggle on these guys. What I might do, though, is see if, again, I don't really want to go for his unlisted players, but because I've sent over a few trade offers to the unlisted. I might go for some of these, like, DMP players and see if he'll give me anything with that, but yeah, really good right there. Nice little £14 profit on what is a £60 trade. So just another scenario here, for example, another one of the traders. He's going to won this card off of this guy here, and he's won in because this guy managed to get a bundle for probably about 60 quid, and obviously he's offered in a Serbi. So if I did want to go and try and get some deals off this guy, because I know that that guy got a decent deal on a bundle, he went and got him there for £46. The next cheapest being next cheapest being 64, but him also selling for the likes of £52. If I did want to try and get some deals, what I would then proceed to do is go and find somebody got in a bundle. I don't know, let's say, for example, this guy right here. I'd then go and grab his price, throw it over to SoRare. I mean, we can do this. Yeah, I mean, this guy only really comes in at probably about £6. So maybe I'd go and offer him like £4.80 or something in the hope to go and sell him for £6. But yeah, that's basically how, if I did want to approach this guy for trading, again, I've seen he's given good deals off of bundles. So another example right here is this guy who's managed to get himself a Jorg Texera. Now, this guy went and bought the card about a month ago for £5 right here. And he's gone and given him away right now to this guy for £1.50. There you go, it's just picking up. Now, this guy's going for, I'd say, a relatively comfortable, for about £2.30, at least 2 quid. So I'll be honest, he hasn't given him a crazy deal. But if we then go and click on this guy's profile, aka who we got the deal off of, what we can see is the guy who we won the deal off with has an absolutely stacked account. You know, we've got like Patrick Schick's right there, we've got first team goalkeepers there, we've got other first team goalkeepers, we've got an Orisic. So the idea is that this guy is a bit of a whale account, as in he'll have 30 limited cards. A lot of these will be very expensive cards, like a Paulinho and a Dan. So what the idea is if there's an easy-ish card to win off of these people, it's cards that aren't worth anything. I mean, there you go, this guy's literally going to want a trade offer right here. How much does he want him for? And the idea is, because this guy's account is so, you know, it's worth so much, he'll let the cheap stuff go for, you know, £1 less. You know, if it's 2 quid, he'll let it go for a quid, because what's a quid when your account is, you know, set up like this guy's, where it's just so, I don't know, it's just so expensive. These, you know, it's like pennies to him. So what we'll do is we'll go and try and find a cheap card. It seems like someone's already beat me again to that guy. But yeah, we'll show you guys if we get some offers. So I did send over 2 trade offers and they both got rejected. Now what I actually did right here is I sent over this offer. This offer was a bit shoddy. This guy's been fluctuating from about 21 to 25. So I sent over 20 just in case he fluctuated down to 21, then I'm safe. And if he went up to 25, that'd be great. But I also went and sent over this trade offer for Cameron Humphreys. He's been going for like, I think just about £4.80 and I sent over a £4 trade offer. Now the reason I sent over this offer is because I kind of wanted to understand, alright, this wasn't a crazy deal for me. I would have made like 60 to 80p on a £4 card, not amazing. But what this card allowed me to do is know, is this guy actually as desperate as I think he might be to sell the cards? Because if he was desperate, well then again, he's only getting 80p more by selling it a little bit more long term on the market. But yeah, he rejected it. So it basically just means there's no point me going and following up and sending some more trade offers because the first deal would have been like a really good deal for me. The second deal would have been so good for me, but it just allows me to really gauge, is this guy going to let stuff slip? And although I saw him let like 3 deals slip, I'm not going to go and follow him up because it would just end up me getting blocked by the guy. Just another example here for people listing rare cards. So we've seen this guy list up a rare card, went and checked if he got a good deal. Yeah, he got a relatively good deal. Picked him up here for 19 quid. Normal going rate seems to be about 24 quid, so it didn't get him that cheap, but he got a £5 off. So when I look at these, I go, alright, this person was probably in a bit of a hurry to sell a rare card. Rare cards are, compared to limited cards, a bit harder to sell. So what I went onto his profile with the intention, okay, I'll see if he's got any other rare cards, because if he'll let rare cards go for cheap because again they're a little bit harder to sell, maybe there'll be some other cards. But then you click on his profile and he has this sort of lineup right here. Now he might be selling these, but bear in mind he bought this card 2 hours ago and he's got he's got 4 other MLS players. You can kind of go off the presumption here that he's actually just building an MLS team, which makes, fully makes sense going into the off season for the European leagues and going into the MLS leagues. So that is going to be it for a episode, but hopefully today's episode did help you guys with what I would deem the psychology of trading in terms of working out who to send a trade off to, who not to send a trade off to, and just like that perfect example, we saw the likes of Emery Chan, and then what we did, we then went and followed that up, did the exact same thing to a Delafeu because we understood the mindset he went through via listing the Chan, so we just applied the exact same mindset when sending a trade off from the Delafeu, who we've already sold and made a nice easy £10 on, and since that actually picked up another 2 deals off that guy. So hopefully today's episode has helped. Tomorrow's episode we are going to hopefully do reward trading if it comes. But thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in another episode tomorrow.